The cast of supporting characters changed many times through the years. Friends came and went, others stuck around, but our friendship was constant. Indeed, Justin's family moved, then moved again, and then moved some more. Friends scattered around the country, but defying all odds, Justin just bounced back and forth between DeKalb and Naperville, actually the greater Naperville area. The place that he probably can most call home. And it was in fact me who moved this time, first into Chicago, and then around the world, and out to Toronto. But it didn't and doesn't matter. It never did. Justin and I share that rare sort of friendship where we can go months without talking, but we pick right back up where we left off. And although we depend on that perhaps a bit more than we'd like, it always works. I'm not sure that I have much advice for Justin. I preceded him in marriage by 2.5 years, but I do know a few things. What I'll call the 70 years started out rocky as far as I was concerned. They had a roommate who defined the word slob, who managed to blow up their toilet. And admittedly, I wasn't so sure that pairing would stick. But my instinct wasn't working back then, it seems. And Justin's never been one to readily share his emotions. So it took a couple years for me to see why this relationship works so well. But first, let me explain a little something about Justin. He loves to learn, particularly if he can beat someone at the things he had done. He calls it the mild OCD that every genius needs to become the best. Well, but he's had books on chess, pool, skiing, paintball, guitar, cars, and probably Guitar Hero. But I never saw him with a relationship book, so I wasn't sure how hard he was working on that part. So I was really happy to know that I caught him this afternoon reading a book that should help him. Another thing about Justin, despite being a huge geek, he always maintained a pretty good sense of the world around him, and a self-awareness that he was indeed a huge geek. So he overcompensated with cars, and fortunately understood that quoting from the chess book, knight to c5, queen to d6, and so on, just didn't have the same social appeal as 9-ball corner pocket. So with as many self-absorbed, expensive, and time-consuming hobbies as Justin has, he's also managed to keep a wonderful woman happy, and she has in return been extraordinarily patient, and made sure that Justin has had for a number of years, but especially since they bought their home. A warm and inviting home filled with not just candles and cats, but a whole lot of them. And this is what makes Steph such a good match for Justin. She is that unique personality that is simultaneously supportive and encouraging, but also practical, understanding, and let me emphasize, patient. I know a little something about having such an amazing partner in life, and Justin's smartest move is making sure this relationship was his last. The cliche that two people are better together than on their own rings true in this relationship. Steph brings out the best in Justin without trying to hold him back, and Justin does the same in return. And I'm confident that neither of them would be as happy or as successful as they are today if they had spent the last 6 years without each other. And so that is what makes me so happy to be here today. Some might be thinking, what has changed today? Yes, these two are now married. They still live together. They have been functioning almost like a married couple for 5 or 6 years. And other than perhaps changing beneficiaries on a pension plan, what will change? Well, that is something I do know something about. Justin is going to feel really good now to introduce Steph to people as your wife, and to talk about Rod and Terry as your in-laws. And it's a wonderful new adventure ahead of you. And the beauty of it is that you have the most solid foundation possible on which to build the rest of your lives. And so it is a tremendous pleasure, even proud, that I'm standing here today. I wish you nothing but the best, and nothing but happiness. I know that you know it won't always be easy, but that it's always worthwhile. And at the end of each day, there is nobody either of you would rather come home to. So let's all raise our glasses in celebration of your marriage and love for each other. Congratulations, and cheers.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we call him the best man tonight. This is Josh Houston. Thank you so very, very much. For our second host of the bride and groom, it gives me great pleasure.